Northamptonshire earned a slender first innings lead over Kent on the second day of their LV County Championship match at Canterbury, thanks to an excellent 100 from the visiting captain Stephen Peters, and yet more runs from their wagging tail. The second day of this game began with Northamptonshire starting their first innings after dismissing Kent for 271 on the first day. Mark Davis trapped Kyle Kurtzer in front in the morning 7th over. Peters and new man David Sales then got their heads down, battling hard for their runs, although Peters had a life when a very tough chance was put down in the slips off Callum Haggart. Batting was never that easy against this disciplined Kent attack, but after bedding himself in, Peters was able to finally open up a bit as his second division front runners went in search of a good first innings lead. Having heard of their nearest rivals Hampshire losing at Essex on the previous evening, Northants knew that a win here would already put clear distance between them and the chasing pack. Peters was playing some well thought out strokes as he and Sales took the total to 76 just before lunch. But they went to the break 2 down after Sales on 16 nicked a moving ball from Charlie Schreck behind. Schreck had more success just after lunch. Alex Wakely was on only 1 when he also edged behind. Peters was dominating his side scoring at this stage and moved to a deserved 50, his third of the summer off 120 balls. This glorious shot brought him his 6th boundary, but he needed many more if he was going to get his side where he wanted them to be. Another 4 brought up the 100, but Kent, to their credit, kept plugging away with important wickets. Andrew Hall was the next out, done by a clever bit of bowling from Schreck, who now got one to shade into the batsman to have him LBW playing no shot. The bad news for Northamptonshire was that Rob Newton, normally in by now, was unable to bat in his normal position because of a groin injury, so James Middlebrook was in at number 6. He, along with the tail, have scored many valuable runs already this summer, but this time Middlebrook had made just a 24 when he edged Haggart behind to leave his side on 133 for 5. David Murphy didn't stick around for too long either. On 5 he was bowled by Davis, putting the visitors on 150 for 6 and giving Kent the edge, especially with Newton's injury. But Northamptonshire are a side who bat all the way to number 11. David Willey proved that by slog sweeping James Treadwell for a 6. It's been a feature of their summer to date, the last 3 proving very handy batsmen indeed, Willey amongst them. He added 36 with his captain, his efforts bringing him another 25 runs, but that's as far as he got this time, as he then nicked a flashing drive off Matt Coles, which left his side on 186 for 7, still 85 runs behind. But that brought in Stephen Crook, a man who is proving to be the signing of the close season. His last 2 innings have brought him 50s, and he was off and running again, helping Peters move to his first 100 of the season. Indeed, his ton, reached with this single off his 223rd delivery, was the first by any Northamptonshire player this summer. It was a terrific effort, with the best score by any of his teammates at this stage being Willey's 25. Peters had struck 11 boundaries, on his way to 3 figures for the 30th time in his first-class career. Crook, a man who had few opportunities in the first-class game in his time at Middlesex, has been a revelation with both bat and ball this summer. He added 63 for the 8th wicket with Peters, whose long vigil was ended on 106 when he was surprised by the bounce of this ball from Davis and chipped his shot to short mid-wicket. For once, Trent Copeland failed, coming into this game with an average of 97 this season. He'd made only 4 this time when he got a leading edge to give the substitute fielder Alex Blake his second sitter. With Northants still 11 runs behind on 260 for 9, Newton bravely hobbled to the wicket to keep Crook company. It was the right thing to do, and it helped Crook to a 3rd successive half-century. Leading the way in the country in terms of wickets, Crook has shown that he knows one end of his bat from the other, and this 50 came off 70 balls with 8 fours. He was well supported by Newton, who scored a quick-fire 21 at number 11, as Northamptonshire added another 117 runs to the last 3 wickets. Indeed, in their first 4 first innings of the season, the last 4 wickets have added an incredible 648 runs. By the time that Crook was last man out, top edging a pull off Coles to Blake, he'd made 62, and it helped his side to 303 for a first innings lead of 32. That left Kent 3 overs to survive at the end of the day, something that Sam Northeast and Rob Key managed, meaning that they'll start the second half of this contest trailing by 26 with all of their second innings wickets in hand.